guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't had a whole lot of content. I did try to make some shorts for you, and I'm glad you enjoyed them. Lots of views on the one, and I appreciate that. That's great. Thank you. Part of the reason being we're having to move out of one of our locations. We had stuff in two different places. So Mitch was using the one place up at Truggy and his monster mowers and everything else, and even though it was a residential place with a garage, it's amazing how much stuff you can accumulate. Yeah, it's scary. We've had the place for 9.5 years, and yeah, it's going to take us like 3 years to move out. We don't have that much time. Anyway, we've been working on that, so I haven't been able to play with things too much. We've had a few problems happen to Moose, but we also have some good things. So, in the process, we've picked up a couple new projects. This is one of them. This is Hayden's dirt bike. It is a 1977, I believe, Yamaha. It's a 100cc. It is a very, very nice little bike, but it did have some issues. So, we've got a brand new carburetor for it. We've got a brand new throttle for it. We've got to rerun the throttle line, whether we use the new one or that one. We got to see which one's longer, because right now when you turn hard to the right, it accelerates. Not a good thing. We got a brand new carb. It's actually in the box right there, and we're going to get this rebuilt. It was a two-stroke with a mixing pump. We're getting rid of that. We're going to make it just run straight off the mixed gas in the tank. So we'll be doing that very well, sometime this summer. We're going to be getting to fixing this up. At the same time, Moose did do one other thing. Backing up, I've been catching on the passenger side. Yep. We don't have a rock slide there anymore. We had to take it off. It was catching too much. So that's going to be repaired, moved back a bit, remounted, and fixed as well. Plus, ended up finding my F-150 tube bumper. That is either going to end up for sale, or Mitch may actually buy that for himself. He's looking at getting a new truck. So lots of things have happened. Lots of things to come. I'm going to show you some other stuff that we're going to be tinkering on. And we got a stock breather. I got the filter coming in for that, so that I don't have the open breather, so we can hit water and mud and not have to worry about drowning poor Moose. Well, Moose is back in the garage, along with another project. This will be one of the things on our to-do list this summer, is this little puppy. Not a bad looking little toy. We're going to play with it and see what happens with it. But I know we got, because of the shop leave from our Barrie location, I've got a bunch of stuff in here and a bunch of stuff in the garage. I'm not even going to show you. But we also have a bunch of stuff in here. This stuff is good stuff. So we've got new metal here. That is going to rebuild our back bumper so that it does not fail again. When we're done with it, we're going to go from a equivalent of a class 1 hitch up to a class 5. There is no way it's going to be moving. So you see the large bolts there. They're going to carry through right from the outside of the bumper right through those 3/16 box iron 3x6 tubes that are going back in where the plate that's rotting out is, and then it'll go right into the bumper. Now the bumper here where it mounts, you can see it's a bit messy. It is strong. The little plate that it bolts to isn't the strongest, so those other two plates are actually going to go on the outside of this, bolted on all the way back to pretty much the suspension mount, all the way up and into here. So they will bolt right in. So with any luck, that'll keep that from moving around. It should make it way stronger, and no way we'll pull it apart anymore, which is what we want. Along with that, as I mentioned before, we did get a stock breather. We finally got the filter in for it, so that's it there. We got some new gaskets for the rear end, because well, we need them. So new gaskets for the wheel side where the axles go in, and a new one for the diff, because we're going to be taking the diff cover off. Reason we're taking the diff cover off is because we got ourselves a locker. So we now have a locker, centrifugal locker. So we're going to try to get that installed as well. And also, as I showed in the picture, we also lost the rock slide on the other side. Had to take it off. We're going to put it back on and get it lined up better so it's not rubbing the front tire. We're going to get all this done so we can get Moose back out and play hard on the trails with hopefully Mike and some of the other guys that have been watching and joining us. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you guys on the trails. So we're going to get to some of this, see how it goes. Now, here you can see some of the damage that happened. We literally pulled this bolt right out of this. This stuff isn't that overly thick compared to the thickness of this. This is beast. This isn't. So, again, concept of a bumper. If you're using it as a bumper, this would have been just fine. But when you're using it as a hitch, not so much. So, what we've got, we're replacing all this here. We're going to cut this out on both sides. This one you can see I patched up. Got the patches in. That held, but then it caved in around it. And then it's given out all across here. So this was just a disaster waiting to happen for what we're doing with it. We're going to also make a little mod and get these things up here out of the way because they keep ending up down where they're not supposed to be. So put a little hole or something in there and just zip tie the little suckers up. Anyway, we're going to get that cleaned up. So what we've got for this is actually over here. We have these. We're going to drop these brutes in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. And yeah, it's going in there. So this is going to all be cut out. This is going to be dropped into it, welded in, welded all down the sides, welded across the top. Then we're taking the bolts right from this side, all the way from here, all the way through everything and into the frame. Okay, where we've got to this far, these are our new blocks that are going in to make up the space. They are a 3/16 wall. they're not going anywhere. These bolts are actually coming right from the outside, right through everything. Now, as you can see, my hand got tired. We're drilling in through here. There'll be 2 bolts going in, coming out here, which will be welded inside of this. They'll be going through the metal plate that is running along the side of the frame. Got that one in. Haven't got the holes drilled yet, but that's how far we got so far. So here you can see how the side plate's going to be mounted. Bolts through. Haven't got this one drilled yet. We'll get that one drilled through. Once we get it on, then we're going to drill through here into the frame. But I want to get this part all done. We're gonna, once we get done, we're gonna burn this in. We're gonna weld it right down there, and we're gonna weld it in here, as well as up at the top here. We're gonna weld it. So that's not gonna move, even though it's not gonna move anyways. We're gonna make sure it doesn't move. Okay, got a little more done. Got the other tube cut out here. Got the holes drilled right through. So this one's ready. Now I get to do my side posts. We got both of them finally drilled out and bolted through here. So that is definitely on its way. Now, on top of that, as I said, we're moving out of the other one. Some of the other projects we've got, I'm going to show you a peek at them, and then that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you like. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really need your help build the channel. I'm loving doing this stuff. We've got some neat projects you'll see for the summer. Plus, we're trying to get that truck up and ready to go and make it into like a recovery vehicle. So when we're out on the trails, if somebody breaks down, we can definitely help get them out. So that's our end goal for it. We've got a long ways to go. Plus, we've got a trip coming up with it at the end of the summer. And we're trying to get it all fixed for that too. So, because that's a major event. So, anyways, hope you like. Please, as I say, hit that subscribe, hit the like button, share. It's much appreciated. And here's a peek at some of the new stuff we've got coming up for you guys to see throughout the summer. I'll see you next video. So this is the little creation of Mitchell's. It's a 3-wheel drift kart. You know, your big wheel type thing. A lot of people are building these things, putting gas engines on them, and then throwing plastic around the tires, stuff like that. So Mitch did his a little differently. He took a bike, did the front end, and then he turned around and used the rear end out of an electric Jeep. So this little puppy's electric. So the box in the back, of course, battery holder, and you hook it up and away it goes. The seat's seen a little bit better days. It's been stored outside for quite a while, so we got to clean it up or replace it or something. We're not sure. Right now we just stuck a bag on it. The throttle is very primitive. It's the original pedal. In doing that, he also kept all the mechanisms that were with it so that it does have a braking system. So when you let go, it actually does slow it back down. So that's kind of cool. So it's kind of neat. It's fun. So we're going to try to clean it up, get it working again, and let Frankie play on it. It's kind of cool. It'll haul my butt around with no problems at all. So it's kind of fun and different. So we decided we'll resurrect that one. Alright, so this is the newest Soy edition, maybe, possibly, we don't know yet. Anyways, managed to acquire this, and it is an 84 Honda Shadow VT 1100. Nice looking bike, heavy as hell. We are missing well, we're not missing, it's in here, but we had one light that was hanging. It's been taken off. The other one's broken. We're going to put some nice little LED aftermarkets on it just to clean that up. Keep the originals for in the future. We're missing a few bolts, keep things straight. It does have the nice little seat back here. We are missing, there are no foot pegs for the passenger, so we're going to fix that so the passenger has somewhere to put their tootsies, and we're going to get this set up. That's providing we can get it to fire up. It has not been running in a few years. I knew that. We put power, there was some battery power, we got more battery power to it. Lights come on, but when I hit the starter, the lights go down and it doesn't start. Doesn't try to start. So I did put it in a higher gear, bumped it, it did seem to kick over, so I don't think we're seized. It's not like you can go running down the street with this thing and hop on it like you can a dirt bike. It's a little too heavy, but it is nice. It's in pretty good shape considering. Not too bad. A little touch up here and there, but all in all, it's in pretty good shape. So we'll have to see how it goes.